My spiral was after my breakup, and Excuse me, just let me talk, please. I'm trying to MC.
I'm Melody.
I am Mal. Fuck!
Hey everyone, welcome to Woes of Womanhood. It's Melody.
I'm Mal.
And today we're going to be talking about our 2024 goal recap.
Okay, so before we start, context setting. In the beginning of this year, we were spiraling. Lots of context there. I had a breakup. She was going through stuff, and we decided to just do a brain dump on a trash bag that was laid out on our TV and start whiteboarding our goals and what we want to accomplish or improve.
Year. So we're going to start off by sharing what some of our goals were. And how we initially did it was making 4 different categories. I think it was 4. Yes. So we had like love life, work, health and fitness, and hobbies. So those were the 4 areas that we were focusing on, and then we had goals within that.
Let's go with health.
Okay, so for the health category, I actually had a lot of items. I might have forgotten some, but I'll go through each of these very quickly. Categorizing them really helps, and I think health and fitness for both of us is probably one of our biggest categories that we've had goals in. So my first one was run a 5K. Did I accomplish that? No, but let me tell you why, because I had a traumatic episode. So I had the Couch to 5K app. I was pretty consistent with that, and I think I always get up to like week 6. I think it's a 12-week program. I always get up to week 6, and then I either like fall off of it or something happens. So this time I got up to week, I think it was like 7 or 8, and then I went for a run outside, and I literally felt immense pain from running. I don't know if I pushed myself too much or what, but then I got immense pain in my like pelvic area. And I think that's a whole nother thing to get into, but I think I just have something wrong with my body and I'm just not built for running. So I kind of abandoned that goal because it was really not executed.
We tried to recruit her so many times, but she refused.
It's like, I'm just like a water person. I can't deal with that high of impact. But maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll pick it up again.
I think there's something wrong with her body.
Maybe we'll push that to next year. Honestly, that's an excuse. I'm sure if I like kept continuously doing it and like didn't like really push myself every time, maybe that wouldn't happen. We'll deal with it next year. Okay, next one, morning menu. So this is something I've talked about a lot, but pretty much it's a list of items from doing my red light mask to making my bed, no social media for 30 minutes, doing my morning meditation, doing my 5-minute journal, a bunch of different items that I ideally would love to do in the morning. And my goal was to do at least 2 of those items from the list every morning. And I think I've been pretty consistent with that for the most part. I'm pretty happy with that one. So that's a pass. I did that. And I will continue to do that in the next year. 7 hours or more of sleep. I have an Aura ring where I track my sleep. On average, I think I do get 7 or more hours. Obviously, it's not like that every day, but holistically, I would say I hit 7 hours pretty consistently. And then one of the other big items was my like health procedures. So this year I got LASIK and I also got Invisalign. So very happy with that. Got LASIK out of the way. I see perfect 2020 now, which I'm super excited about, and no longer need to wear contacts, which is amazing. And then my Invisalign is still in progress. I'm almost done with it, actually. You can see I have the little notches on my teeth. I'm not wearing them right now, but I'll be happy to share about my Invisalign journey if anyone's interested in that. So those are all of my health focus goals.
So this is what I have. Run a half, don't get sick. And don't get sick seems like a very generic umbrella term, but I had some tactics here. Signed up for the Monterey half in the beginning of the year. I trained for months with my friend, and I didn't get to run the half because of work. Yeah, because of work. But my lovely friends did a makeup with me, and we ran basically the same course in Monterey, and they did little posters, and it was really cute. So
honestly, I feel like that was more special than even like running the half.
That was so special to me. And then don't get sick. So there's 3 things I was going to focus on, which was cooking, going to the doctors. I hate going to the doctors. They just prescribe me, I don't know, birth control. And I'm like, bro, I'm literally sick, not need birth control. Right. And then prioritize sleep. So cook my own food. I think I digest well with Asian food the most, so I try to step away from, I don't know, bread or gluten or pasta and cook
I feel
more
like you've
Asian
been
food.
cooking a lot more Asian food in this house.
Yeah, yeah.
More than our last one.
I just digest it better. And then go to the doctors. I went to get my lungs checked out because I've been having this lingering cough. And there's this thing called walking pneumonia now, and I'm like, holy crap. It's like trending.
Oh.
And then prioritize sleep. So I have an Aura Ring too. Melody convinced me to buy it, and I check my
FSA
sleep.
eligible.
Yeah, every single day.
That is our health category. Next one, what should we do? Love maybe? And you can talk about yours.
Let's do love.
I'll say my love goal was continue the trajectory of my relationship. Came out of this year was I did move in with my boyfriend. Obviously, we live with Mel and my boyfriend. So that was a big step.
We should talk about that, about living with a couple.
That would be interesting for you.
Yeah.
And like we did a lot of conversations leading up to it.
Yes, we were very mature about it.
I think we were. So yeah, we can do a whole nother conversation about that. But basically now we live with my boyfriend.
My love goals was, okay, let me just...
PG.
This is a long section, guys, but I think it's the most fun part. Who cares about health? Who cares about fucking professional development? We're out here to just hump and dump. So these are my love goals. Hinge dates. Understand what I like, don't like.
So
and
give context.
So I've never had a boyfriend in my life until last year. And
I wouldn't consider that a boyfriend, honestly. It was an experience.
Okay, that was a experience I had last year, and we'll have a...
It was like for the bit. Like, yeah. It was a bit.
But I learned a lot from it. That kind of feeds into all of these goals I had. So
these goals were established after that was over.
Yeah, after I had my learnings. And I went to get myself out there more, explore different people in SF, the community out here, the guys. So this is why I had Hinge dates. I think the goal was to have one Hinge date per month or something.
No. Was it one per month?
Well, I had a different goal, but I'm not going to talk about that. Understand what I like, don't like. Because of that relationship, I thought I understood that there's values for people and people have different values. So it's really important to share them and what you align with, what you don't, especially around like finances or family. Those are very important. So understanding what I like. And then boundaries. So this is my red flag. I can't draw boundaries. I just let people just...
Right.
So it was to be able to say no, like a hard no, and draw boundaries, which I'm still working on, but it was a topic that I focused on.
And I think you executed well on a lot of these. Just like seeing your growth in the past year has been so incredible. Like you've really evolved into finding more about what you like and what your values are. And like we think about it now and it's like, oh, it's just like it's what it is. But you actually like really developed in that area.
I think I did. I mean, I only focused on the first half of this year.
Yeah.
And honestly, because I've never dated before, it's like I'm doing my high school relationship now. Yeah. I'm doing my college relationship now. It's like so condensed in each like person. So yeah, it's kind of...
I also feel like those dates kind of zooted you, sorry, not to harp on this topic, but those dates like zooted you into reality of like, you know, when you never have a boyfriend and you kind of like romanticize this idea of what it would be like and like this person and you're like, oh, to have a companion and stuff. And then you actually go out there and you experience it and it's like, oh, maybe like I don't need a boyfriend right now. You gain that perspective.
Well, that's another red flag I have, that I romanticize stuff and then I create this fantasy land in my head and then I project that onto the other person. And then if they don't fit that fantasy, then I'm just like turned off or I just feel like exhausted. Okay, next topic.
Okay, next topic is work, I guess.
Oh God.
Corporate life, work, and finances.
Sorry guys, sometimes I have to stim like that and you'll get used to it.
You'll get used to it, yeah. I honestly can't remember my goals here. I didn't have a goal for the year specifically, but I have an overarching goal. So okay, so next one, work and finances. I just lumped these together because that makes the most sense. First overarching goal, not for the year, but I really want to become a marketing director before I'm 30. I'm 26 right now. So honestly, that's looking great. It's headed in a good direction. And we'll get into that when I get into my goals for next year because I'm in the process of promotion right now. So very excited about that. Next one, 10K in my high yield savings account. I have a regular savings account that's like pure liquid cash, but I was like, oh, maybe I should create a buffer in my high yield savings account. I ended up just putting that money into my personal investments because every time I think about putting it into high yield savings account, I'm like, I don't really need to do that. I can just put it in stocks. Then ramp up my new job. This wasn't really a goal, but about halfway through last year, I switched my job. So really the big focus for me was ramping up on my new job. I'm there now for a little over a year. So yeah, things are going well. I think those are my main job and financial
and
goals.
Melody always had Director by 30 for like the longest time. It's been consistent, which I applaud.
Your turn.
All right, so I have two. I honestly forgot about this, but I think the main one was stonks, and then
Funkies.
Basically, I have this issue of trying up and to the right. So I have this issue of wanting to save and then putting too much into my savings and not having enough money to like spend for myself.
She like bankrupts herself.
Like,
it's like
okay,
pay yourself
stonks,
first,
stonks.
but then like okay,
Yeah.
you have to pay for your life.
So I'm learning that balance still. It's honestly a luxurious problem to have.
Yeah.
And the second part is new job or part-time. In this beginning of the year,
This is actually really funny, I think.
yeah. My
Looking back on
goal, I was at a different job than I am now, and I was hoping to get a new job to get more money. Honestly, it wasn't cutting it for me. I needed a little bit more to live in San Francisco. So I was looking for a barista job on the side. So I'm not going to go fully into barista, but I was thinking on the weekends I can get, a side hustle going or something. So I've been really looking into that. And then when this opportunity for this new job that I'm currently in came.
Okay, I have a few things to say about this one because this is actually a really interesting story. So Mal was initially looking into side jobs like working at Equinox, like front desk.
Oh my God.
Working at a barista place. And honestly, like maybe you didn't get those jobs because this new opportunity was like coming to you.
Equinox
and it just,
was so annoying because I would get interviews and then I would get failed.
Which is crazy because I'm like, what are the requirements for?
Like, y'all
for
do
this
not
job?
need a degree for this, bro.
So that was just really funny because I feel like it was the universe kind of telling her like, you don't need to do this, bitch. Like,
Yeah.
And then I do want to applaud Mal because the new job that she got was basically a 2-level jump from what she was at. Obviously, for one, well-deserved. She was definitely qualified for it. But it's also like, well, first of all, random, like such a good opportunity.
Yeah, so random though.
Like there's a lot of
at
context.
That timing,
yeah. Like
I'm just like, what?
Yeah, that's actually what sparked us moving to this new apartment too. So honestly, everything like really
Like butterfly effect. It's insane. The timing.
All the events that happen surrounding
fell
that.
into place.
So what do we cover? Health, love,
Work.
hobbies.
I hate the word hobbies because this was only a concern after I moved to San Francisco. Like, I didn't even care about having hobbies until being in this like hobby community.
So that's the thing about San Francisco. Like everyone doesn't just have a simple like, oh, I'm just gonna go to work and then that's it. They do so many things outside of that because everyone is an extreme overachiever. So it's like if you're not having some sort of side hustle or like side thing you're doing, like what are you doing? Yeah. But it's like a lot of people were doing like half marathons or like have their own side businesses or have like other jobs. And it's just like, if you're not doing that, then like, what are you doing? I think we just really live in a bubble.
My big 2 hobbies were become a Spotify playlist expert and self-care.
Was that one of your goals?
Yes. It was about music.
I don't remember that one.
Oh.
But go on.
I wanted to be able to have playlists ready for different occasions. From last year, I started to DJ with a playlist.
You
you
had the aux.
Yeah, I had
you
the
were the
aux
aux
for
queen.
different like occasions. Valentine's Day, I had that. Halloween, I had it. So I wanted to become very versed in different genres of music. And then self-care, I've always been really into self-care, but just, I don't know.
Do you want to expand on that?
Not really.
Okay. Like doing your own nails.
Oh yeah,
That was
nails
the whole
was
thing.
my whole thing.
That was the whole thing. You ordered the whole nail kit.
That's a very long story. It kind of ties into the love life stuff because I had to have my nails
This is interesting.
done.
This is interesting.
Yeah.
You should tell the backstory.
This guy wanted my nails done all the time. And I would have to get them done every month. Not like it was mandatory, but he preferred it.
Can you like hear the tea? Like this episode where we talk about this man's, that's going to be like
It's
the
insane.
ultimate
It's
tea
insane.
episode.
But he would sometimes pay for my nails. Because I would get it done so frequently, my nails got so brittle, and also it's a lot of money. I wanted to get into doing my own nails, get my own gel kit. I've done a bubblegum pink with chrome, and I think it looks honestly pretty good.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah.
I think you really did great on that nail journey. You've been really good at that lately.
Yeah.
So, love.
Cool.
My hobbies. I guess this first one kind of might fall into health and fitness, but I've had this on my list for like over 2 years of wanting to go to a pole dancing class, just like an intro to pole dancing. Not like, you know, stripper type of pole dancing, not that there's anything wrong with that, but like literal like fitness. I just have to give the disclaimer.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to pursue another side career. I'm just saying. People who go to pole classes are just like insanely strong because you have to like hold yourself up on the pole. So I've always just been intrigued by it, and I feel like it's just another fun, interesting way to move my body. But I just haven't really prioritized it. I guess there's still time.
Definitely. We'll go together.
A good way to tap into your sensuality and like
It's
get a good
beautiful.
workout. Yeah. Pick up something new. So this is what we talked about, potentially DJing. Like I wanted to pick up some sort of hobby, and it ended up being pottery. So I took 2 classes that were 6-week classes. So 12 weeks of pottery class, or more specifically throwing. That was really fun, but like the only reason I went was because my friend was there with me. I don't think it was something that I would actively go out and do. And I saw this one TikTok that was like, if you're not enjoying your hobby, like why are you forcing yourself to do it just to like have a hobby type of thing? And I was like, you know what? Real. Like I love doing that, but
I did not like that at all. You like dreaded it.
I dreaded it just felt like such a chore to me.
Yeah.
Like it didn't feel like when I was there, obviously it was fun, it was relaxing, I liked making pieces, but it just felt like such a chore to me.
Yeah.
Like
you
it
get
wasn't even
dirty.
yeah.
It takes really long for your creation.
Little annoying things, but it's like I couldn't have long nails when I did it. Every time I went, I would get dirty. It would be such a process to get to that final thing. So I was like, okay, whatever. But I loved the experience. It was great. I would definitely do it again, but not something I would continue doing long term on my own time. Then read 20 books. This was my same goal from last year. I think last year I read 12, I want to say. This year I'm at 16 now, so I don't know if I'll get to 20, but I like keeping the 20 goal because I feel like it's a little bit of a stretch. Like I could do it.
Yeah.
But I'm honestly very happy with 16.
That's
like,
a lot. I mean, that's over 2 books a month.
It's not over. It's over 1 book a month. There's 12 months. If you need any book recommendations, let me know.
My reading stopped at Where the Red Fern Grows.
Was that in kindergarten?
And then The Diary of the Wimpy Kid. And then Goosebumps.
Goosebumps was good.
Yeah.
I think that was like 3rd grade. If you need any book recommendations, feel free to ask me. If you have any book recommendations for me, please put them below because I'm super interested in books other people like. Let me know. And then the last one was travel 4 new places. Originally I said 1 new place a quarter, but then I didn't want to make it like a time-bound situation. So I just did 4 new places in the year, and I ended up doing that. I went to a lot of places that I've already been to, like San Diego, Portugal and stuff I've already been to. But I went to Miami for the first time. Banff, Canada. We went to Fairfield together. I don't know if I count that as a new place, but it's kind of a new place. Boston. I guess I went to Martha's Vineyard and stuff for the first time. Those are my ones. So yeah, that was my like hobbies area. I'll probably be continuing a lot of these. It's funny because I'm like, at what extent does a goal become just like a lifestyle for yourself and it's no longer a goal?
I don't like the word hobbies.
Okay.
So that is it, and I think we did a great job in 2024. Honestly, I don't know what else we could have done. Honestly, I keep saying honestly. So some of the goals we didn't meet. However, overall, it was a year of change, a year of growth, and a year of just maturing.
Yeah, I think overall, looking at this year, it's crazy to see that like we had our evolution of moving to San Francisco together. That was the first time I had moved out of my parents' house like officially as an adult. And you were, I guess, abroad. Ma was in Japan, and she.
You can't say that.
Why? You do not want the reveal?
No, the answer.
Why?
Okay.
You can say you were in Japan.
I was in Japan, guys.
Thank you. So Mel was in Japan and she came back to America, and that was a big goal of yours for a while. Yeah, there was some big change, and then we kind of established our footing as like young adults in the city, like living in the marina. We had that moment. This transition this year, we've really grown so much into actual adults. But it's like a 26-year-old versus a 22-year-old is so insanely different.
Yeah, your frontal lobe.
Like I'm like, oh my gosh. My mind is developing as we speak.
Now when I look at someone who's younger than 26, I'm like, you're an infant.
But you're also very young. But like there is a difference, for sure.
Yeah.
Like I was at my work event, and even though I think I only maybe had like 5 years of work experience compared to someone who has like 1 or 2, I'm like, whoa, there's like a crazy difference. We're still young women.
We lost our youth though. However,
Yeah, we look so old and dull.
Yes.
Because we no longer have the spark of life.
We have our wrinkles, we have our under eyes. We don't get carded anymore.
I do.
Overall positive.
Overall very positive.
Tune in for 2025 goals, and we'll let you peek into ours.
Yeah, ours for next year.
Yeah.
And let me know what goals you had for 2024, what you achieved, what you didn't, because clearly there's many that I did not achieve. I'm very happy with the ones I did, though, so let me know what you achieved. Would love to hear it.
Please focus on the ones you did not achieve.
Mal wants to focus on your failures, okay? Can we just focus on how you are a failure?
Your failures so I can feel better about myself.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
I think that was good.